So this is the new faucet we're going to install for your filtered water. When you want clean water, you just hit that lever. It comes out through the spout right here. We're going to connect it with this small plastic tubing. And this is the filter unit that's going to sit down underneath the kitchen sink. It's actually got some carbon inside a carbon block. And what I did was to actually cut one in half to help understand how it works. So this water comes through the side of that block right here on all sides and drives to the center, and the filtered water leaves through the top. Over here at our sink, we need to mount our faucet. So I want the escutcheon to be right about there, and I'll mark it. Now I'm looking for about a 3/4 inch hole in this stainless steel sink. Now I could use something like this. It's a spade bit. It's really made for wood, not for metal. And if I did, there would be some risk that I could deform that sink and scratch it all up. But they make a perfect tool for just this. It's actually made to cut a perfectly round hole in metal. It's called a slug cutter. There's a cutter wheel right here, and that's going to be at the bottom. I'll drill a pilot hole. Now when I put this down right here, this will be on the top. See this little collar right here? And as I tighten up this nut, it'll drive that collar against the cutter and make a perfectly round hole without deforming the sink. So it starts with a pilot hole. All right, for my pilot hole, I want to start slow. Drill bit doesn't run. And push down strong. All right, so there's our pilot hole. Now what I'm going to do is to actually put this threaded piece down through the pilot hole. Patrick, take this cutter wheel and go down underneath and try to catch it onto the thread, okay? When I push it through. You see it?
Yep.
We're ready to cut a slug. This ratchet handle will let me tighten up that nut and pull that cutter right into the bottom of the sink. There it is. Perfect. All right, so now we need to mount the faucet onto the sink. Now we have a series of washers, a lock washer, a regular washer, and a nut, and that'll actually fit down through the hole that we already knocked out. But once it gets down into place, I'll need you to slide this backing plate right here. And then we want to tighten up this nut. But this is an impossible place to get a wrench. So they actually make a specialized wrench for the plumbing industry called a basin wrench. It has a spring-loaded jaw, you see right here, and you can get into really tight places to tighten that nut up. So I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
All right, that's tight.
All right, so I've disconnected the cold water side to our faucet. And the filter actually comes with a fitting that's going to make our job a lot easier. This part right here will attach to that faucet. This part will accept our cold water flexible supply right here, and it leaves us a T right here to provide cold water to our new filter. That should all just thread together. Now we just need to mount our upper housing and hanger bracket for the filter. Just make a couple of marks and drill a couple of pilot holes. Now we'll just install our new filter cartridge with a 1/4 turn and then connect the supply tubes. These water connectors are about as easy as you can possibly get. You just push them in. All right, so cold water's back on. There's your new filter cartridge right there. Now, if you use 4 gallons a day, you'll get at least 6 months out of that cartridge. Give it a try. Look at that.